to another month of the Fling Together Practice Challenge. My name is Rebecca Thow.
I'm Fiona Tolley.
My name's Donlan, and
this week we'll be working on feet and points. Now, stretching and pointing my feet while I dance is something that has never come naturally or easily to me, so I always have to work on it, which is why I love this exercise, because you don't need any socks or shoes, so you can do it anywhere, anytime. What you will need is something small and long like a chapstick tube. So you're going to put it on the ground and try and pick it up underneath your toes while you point your foot. And it's really important to make sure you're not sticking it in between your toes, because that would be cheating. I like to do this while holding onto a chair and actually doing the same exercise that Rosie showed you during the November practice challenge. So you're going to take your foot through some aerial positions, hold it for a few seconds in each one. And you have to really make sure you're engaging those foot muscles so you don't drop your chapstick tube or whatever you're holding. This exercise is also really great when you're in second position to make sure you're not putting any weight on that foot, because if you do, you're going to drop whatever you're holding. So you have to make sure you're squeezing your foot and your leg so everything works together and looks good. You can do this exercise as many times as you want. I actually like to go through each of the positions 3 times on each foot, and that is how I practice my feet and my points.
so the first exercise I'm going to show you is working on some foot strength and also endurance at the same time. So I'm going to have one foot fully pointed, and with the other one I'm just going to move the toes up and down. So I'll demonstrate one side for you. Generally I do it for about 30 seconds, but for today I'll just show you about 20 reps. And make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Hands can be right by your hips to help with your posture. So one foot is going to be fully pointed, and I'm going to move my toes up and down as quickly as I can. That's generally a little tougher than going slower. So fully up and down just at the toes. And then I would repeat the same on the other side. Now I suggest about 2 to 3 times on each foot. So in Highland dancing, we have to point our foot super quick. So this next exercise is working on speed of a very basic exercise, but it's very effective. So what we're gonna do is, legs out straight again, sitting up nice and tall, is we're just gonna point and flex our feet as quickly as we can, but we're making sure that we're fully flexing and pointing each time and not cheating. So it's gonna look something like this. And what you can do is see how quickly you can do 10 of those and sort of keep track as you go along and practice this exercise.
Continuing with working on foot strength, I want you guys to grab a ball. If you don't have a tennis ball of some description, then feel free to just bundle up a pair of socks or multiple pairs till you have something the size of a tennis ball, and that will work perfectly. For this one, you're going to put the ball between your heels and you're going to squeeze nice and tight. From here, you're going to just go up onto the balls of your feet and come back down again. I like to do this exercise a couple different ways, just normal calf raises. So this does work on your calf strength as well as your foot strength. And I also like to slow down the eccentric part of this exercise. And that really works on strength. I do 10 of each of the 2. Next, I like to do point and holds. So what I do for this is I point to second. I make sure that I am nice and in line, and I point my foot, I'm losing my foot, to second position. Here, I am squeezing my point as hard as I can to the point that it begins to fatigue. I'm going to hold it for roughly 10 seconds or until failure, and then I'm going to rest. I believe that is about 10 seconds. I rest, and then I make sure I stretch my foot out afterwards. For me, my foot becomes very fatigued underneath, which tells me that I'm using the correct muscles to be able to maintain my point in an open position. The last thing I like to do is take my dance shoes and my socks off, grab that ball again, and stretch out my feet at the end of my practice. It's vitally important to make sure you stretch your feet and all your core muscles for that matter to maintain a healthy body basically. But specific to this, healthy feet. So I just use the ball and I roll it. You all have done this before, I'm sure. Just to give my foot a little foot massage. From there, I also like to just stretch my feet out in my bare feet to make sure they are feeling good.
That's it for this week of the Fling Together Practice Challenge.
Thank you for joining me for my practice this week.
And don't forget to take videos and share them online. I can't wait to see what you guys are getting up to. I'll see you next time.